Hello, this is Modesta Mahiga Mugudi from Personal Excellence, and we are speaking to Womanaire today. We're talking about the seventh secret to success, and that is put a routine to your discipline. I've been talking a lot about discipline this week, haven't I? Well, because it's everything. Whatever your great intentions are, whatever it is that you mean to do, if you do not put a routine to that discipline, you'll find that willpower alone doesn't cut it. And so, Womanaire, what does this mean? What does it mean to put a routine to your discipline? It basically says, assign, make sure you close up and you protect a time for everything that you want to do. And so, set an alarm for when you want to wake up. Put reminders for what you want to do at what time. I was talking about this yesterday as well. Give margin for when you need to move from one thing to the other. Make sure that initially, it may sound robotic and mechanical, but initially you're putting in, again, what is it? Systems and structures in place. You will hear this from me all year in 2019, because you know what? We purpose to excel in 2019. And so make sure that because it's a discipline that you're getting into, because this may be foreign, may be new to you, that you want to build into your life. So obviously, like computers, they have this default screen, which may be blue, or it may be some mountain range or whatever it is, picture that you see. Well, you also have a default setting. And your default setting is to do what is comfortable, what is convenient, what is now become a habit over and over again. So the only way to break a habit is with a new habit. But until it forms into a habit, which experts say takes about 21 days, until it is a formed habit that you have, you then have to put structures and systems, box it into your time. I read this book called Switch, How to Change Things When Change is Hard. And one of the examples it gave, it was talking about, switching the environment, changing the environment. This is one of the areas that says if you want to change things, sometimes you need to change the environment. You need to create an environment that reinforces this new habit that you want to have. What do I mean? Can you, think of a situation where people say, I cannot help it, but they find themselves in circumstances that habit which they say they cannot help but do is restricted, and they comply. And all of a sudden, they seem to be able to help it and not do this self-defeating thing. So for instance, smokers on a long haul flight, a long hour flight, they don't smoke. Because these days, there's no smoking at all anywhere. And so how is it a person can stay for 22 hours without smoking on a plane, yet, they're chain smoking at home? Well, change the environment, change the situation. Boxed in, we can do anything. And so in a way, you're kind of training yourself. You're stepping away from yourself, and it's as if you're speaking to somebody else, as if you're training somebody else. And so you're boxing yourself into an environment that'll force you to practice these new habits, force you to wake up at a certain time, force you to do that first thing you said you will do and nothing else. I was listening to somebody who I really follow on these issues of discipline and changing our lives through our routine, Terry Savelle Foy. And she was saying when she started cleaning up, her life was a mess in general. Her marriage was a mess. Her home was a mess. Just, things were not moving. She was stagnant in life. She said, so there's a day I determined to clean the house. And let's say I determined to do the kitchen. But moving towards the kitchen, maybe she's passing the living room or whatever else, and she sees that these areas are a mess as well. And she's thinking, okay, so I'll just pick this up real quick on the way to the kitchen. But if she diverted her attention to start looking at the living room now to clean, then obviously she will neither get the living room nor the kitchen done. And so she had to tell herself, no, I see that mess. Yeah, I see that could just be easy for me to pick up on my way there. But I am now doing this room of the house. And when I'm completely done there, I will move to the next thing. So that's equally so with you. Put a routine to your discipline. There is something that you say. As a Womanaire, 2019 is coming. I'm hitting the ground running. I know I can get my confidence back. I know I have not expired. My expiry date is not done. I still have something to give the marketplace. Why? Because I was created for purpose. And I was put on earth at such a time as this to fulfill that purpose. And so there is no way being in transition, being out of a job, having closed my business or whatever it is, there is no way that taking, raising a family or taking care, of the health of a family member means that I'm completely out of the game and I'm irrelevant now and I should just sit down. I know I still have something to offer. But because I have been out of the game for so long, because I've had this mindset that I can't for so long, because I have been repeating certain destructive patterns of behavior for so long, I now need to put a routine to the new disciplines that I want to adopt. We said number one secret to success as a Womanaire is know your why. Okay, so now I know why I want to do this. I know the reason for that reason which will keep getting me up every day. Number two is remember your patterns. I remember the patterns of thought, speech, and actions that I kept on repeating that got me stuck where I am. And so I'm not repeating this in 2019. Number three, make up your mind. Unless you make up your mind, you're determined to do things different, you're not. You're going to try them a little and then you're going to give up. You're going to put in a little bit of effort and just move away. You're going to invest and then you're going to, I can do it again another time. But when you're determined, you're not, there is no plan B. I was also watching something, I digress. I was watching Steve Harvey and he was advising a parent who told her child to have a plan B. That I would never tell my child to have a plan B, he said. Because when you have a plan B, it means you're both working plan A and you're also, just in case, working plan B, which means you're not going to put your entire heart on plan A because you have a fallback plan B. And so should plan A completely not work, he said, then I will move to another plan, but it would not be a plan B. That would now be my plan A. And so equally with you, you have certain disciplines that you want to put in place. Make up your mind that this is my plan A. Getting out, hitting the ground running, becoming relevant in the marketplace again, becoming even more effective, more competent, more impactful now that I am back because I am more resilient, I have greater experience. I know where I fell and so I'm getting back up. I have a plan and I am purposed to do this. Number 4 was amp up your knowledge. You may not know everything, but you don't have to invest so much for you to get that knowledge. I told you there are all kinds of creative ways for you to learn. So amp up your knowledge so that when you do come back, you don't sound like 1996. You don't even sound like 2016. But you sound like a Womanaire from 2019. Number 5, after amping up your knowledge, focus your efforts. Don't be scattered. Don't be all over the place. Make sure that what you are doing is focused so that, as I have just come from saying, you can do that one thing and do it well and move on. I've got my points open today. Number 5 was crucify your flesh. Crucify your flesh means do not allow yourself to give yourself excuses. Get up when you need to get up. Say what needs to be said. Do that which you need to do, which may not be comfortable, which may have you feeling fearful, which may have you second guessing yourself, but you press through the fear. You do not wait till you don't feel the fear, but you do it through the fear. You feel the fear, but you do it anyway. And then today, you have to put a routine to that discipline. All these disciplines you've been building up to till today, number 7, put a routine to them so that you can make sure that whatever feels comfortable, whatever works for your family, whatever works for your friends, whatever distractions come through relationships or through work or through, pastimes that you enjoy or spending habits that you have, whatever tries to come in because you put a routine to your discipline, well, you can no longer operate that way. Guard your time, guard your resources. And so I put my money in a fixed account, which means I cannot just get access to it. I am working away from home, which means I cannot get the distractions that I usually get from family members. I've switched my phone off when I'm investing in this thing, which means people can't call me and distract me, or I can't, browse through social media. God knows some of us need help with that. Or, I also do this. When I'm doing this, I'll also do this. Put a routine to your discipline so that you can overcome yourself and start building new habits. And after a while, it becomes second nature. But until it becomes second nature, Put a routine to that discipline. Schedule the time. Have your gym clothes there. You don't want to go to the gym and just think, I'll not make it. I'll come up with an excuse. Well, YouTube fitness, that's what I do. YouTube fitness videos. You think you're going to have too much to eat of a certain thing. Well, don't buy it, or buy it and share immediately with other people so you can only get so much of it. Whatever it is, make sure that you can discipline yourself. And then once you have that discipline, put a routine to it so that it is scheduled. Everything that you mean to do is put in a schedule, including when you sleep. Do not use your time to sleep as a time to browse. Sleep. Because you need to be up early to invest in yourself before the rest of the world gets up and you have to give them attention. And so do that. Give yourself maybe a week. Start Monday to Sunday. What does my day look like? What would it look like if I allocated every single hour to something, including the times I'm having meals, including the times I'm resting, including the times I'm moving from one thing to the other? What would that look like if I could stick to it as best that I could? And of course, if you tried it doesn't work, keep getting back up. Keep getting back up, endeavoring to put a routine to your discipline, because you are forcing yourself to learn a habit. Have you ever tried to train a dog? I mean, a cat is a whole other thing. Initially, they will blunder. Initially, they will not do that what you ask them to do. But after they train, this is where you live. This is where you do your stuff. You do not do it where you live. You do not come into the house. So maybe you have them in the house. You have the house. But whatever it is that you want them to do when you're training animals, when you're training pets, you can do that to yourself. I know it sounds kind of crude, but it's the same thing. You can step out of yourself and treat yourself as if it's somebody else that you're speaking to. Somebody else that you're working with. Be your own coach, and put a routine to your discipline so that you are prompted, so that reminder, alarm, transition, and schedule. So for instance, if you want to have conversations with people and you don't want to be darting in and out of different areas, schedule appointments around the same time, around the same place. Stick to one place and make sure, that maybe you get people coming to see you, or go to one place and where you can see everyone. Whatever it is you need to do, discipline goes with routine. Almost rhyme too. The only way when you're starting out that you will stick to your discipline is if you can put it within a routine that you follow. And you can adjust it, of course, looking to see where, what fits most for you and significant ones around you, but do not shortchange yourself by saying, I've got it, I'll do it, or after all, there's a plan B. There's no plan B. Plan A is what you're doing, Womanaire, in 2019. And the way that you will succeed, and I know you will succeed, is because you will put disciplined and a routine to making sure you stick to that discipline. I hope this has helped you and you're enjoying these sessions. Womanaire, register for a 4-week transformational coaching and community experience. I just came from having a training, a coaching with the master plan class. We are in our 6th week of 8 weeks, and I asked them for reviews. And so I hope that as they start sharing, you will get to see just a little bit of what we experience when we come together. And really, it's not just Modesta dominating the conversation and speaking at and teaching people, but it's really getting to see all these incredible people unleashing, coming out, sharing, and really blossoming right before your eyes. And I know this is what will happen for you on the Womanaire program as well. And so I look forward to welcoming you. Link below. Click on that link, register so you can hit the ground running. Womanaire, you just have to purpose to excel. Much love. Until tomorrow when we walk through secret number 8, have a beautiful, beautiful day. Blessed evening to you and yours. Much love.